You don't need concrete walls or barbed wire to trap a human being. In the 21st century, the most powerful border on Earth is completely invisible. It is a small rectangular sticker called a visa. For 90% of the global population, this piece of paper is a geographic prison, dictating exactly where you are allowed to exist. It is an automated system designed to harvest capital from the global south while keeping its people firmly locked outside. But there is a loophole. If you have enough money, the invisible walls disappear. This is the story of how the visa became the ultimate weapon of global segregation. Borders weren't always like this. Before World War I, the world was largely borderless. You could travel across continents with just a train or steamship ticket. But the chaos of 1914 changed everything. Governments, terrified of spies and political agitators, turned temporary wartime security controls into permanent legal barriers. In 1920, the League of Nations standardized passports, but as Western nations faced shifting geopolitics and rising migration later in the century, passports weren't enough. They needed a pre-filtering weapon to vet travelers before they even boarded a plane. That is how the modern visa regime was born. It shifted travel from an inherent human right into a temporary privilege, dividing the world into two groups, those trusted by default, and those who must prove their innocence just to cross a line. Today, this system has evolved into a massive engine of legal extortion. For citizens in Africa, Asia, or Latin America, applying for a Schengen or US visa is a humiliating and costly gamble. You are forced to surrender your most private data, years of bank statements, tax histories, and property deeds. More importantly, you must pay hefty, non-refundable application fees. If your visa is denied, and rejection rates for some developing nations now top 40%, the Western government pockets your money anyway. Every year, hundreds of millions of dollars are legally extracted from the global south, paid by ordinary families dreaming of education or reunions, only to receive a red stamp of rejection. The visa system operates as an automated filtering machine designed to harvest poor capital while keeping poor people locked outside. But these ironclad rules instantly vanish if you possess enough wealth. While ordinary families wait months for a rejection, the global elite can simply buy their way through the invisible wall using a controversial industry known as golden visas. By investing a few $100,000 in luxury real estate in countries like Greece, Spain, or Malta, wealthy individuals from Russia, China, or much of the Middle East bypass the entire immigration system. Within weeks, they receive premium residency cards. Because of open border treaties, this single purchased card grants them the legal right to travel freely across 29 European nations without ever applying for a tourist visa again. Sovereignty and national security, fiercely defended against the poor, suddenly become flexible financial assets when a wealthy buyer enters the room. We live in an interconnected, globalized world that celebrates the free flow of capital and products. Corporations can move billions of dollars across borders with a single click. Yet, the actual human beings who inhabit this planet remain strictly segregated. The modern visa regime has successfully decoupled wealth from geography. It has ensured that for the global elite, the map is a seamless playground of opportunity. But for the average citizen, the visa remains an inescapable cage. It is a stark reminder that in the 21st century, true freedom of movement is no longer a fundamental human right. It is a highly guarded commodity, a tool of geopolitical control, and a luxury reserved exclusively for those who can afford the price of admission.